I am here with my dear friend Buzz the Bee from Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. You are going to want to keep a close eye on the weather today, am I right? And let me tell you, it's time now for your local weather report, brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Let's buzz on over to the Main Street Media TV Weather Center.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Good morning to you, and thanks so much for stopping by Mornings on Main Street. I'm Ben Luna in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, tracking your forecast for the mid-state today. Old Man Winter loves Middle Tennessee, so he's arriving a little bit early today, even though technically it is the first Monday in meteorological winter time. We don't officially tick over to winter until later this month, but a few of you will look out the window and see a little bit of winter falling as we head through the midday and afternoon. We've got some cold moisture moving in from the north today, and that's going to come in as a few light snow showers north of Interstate 40 and becoming a few flurries for south of the interstate as we roll into the afternoon. Some light accumulations possible to southern Kentucky to maybe in the northern portion of the mid-state and along the Cumberland Plateau. For folks south into southern Middle Tennessee, I think a few decent flurries will be a good possibility as we head through around supper time today. And then all of this moisture pushes on out. Our skies will clear, and we're going to be left with some really big cold as we head toward tomorrow morning. Many of you in the low 20s, if not mid to upper teens, in outlying areas, especially in those hollers across the area. Here's a check on the next 7 days, fresh from the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel. And again, we are expecting a few flurries for today. Another rainmaker with a midweek warm-up clips the area here for your Wednesday. Some of that activity might carry over into early Thursday morning, but we will clear and dry out. We'll go back down with temperatures again and then start to warm back up a bit in time for the weekend, where we are tracking another chance for rain here for Saturday and Sunday. That's your latest weather. Have a great day.
Thank you for that update. Tune in each day on Mornings on Main Street for an up-to-date weather report brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. All of their contact information is below. Have a great day.
Good morning, Stefanie.
Good morning. Can I get a hot tea?
Welcome to Mornings on Main Street. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Over 2,200 families come here to the Well Outreach in Spring Hill, seeking not just food, but hope. And that number is growing. This morning, we are sitting down with the organization's CEO to learn about the pillars of this 501c3 nonprofit and how your contribution is changing lives.
Well, we went all out for you this year, didn't we, little girl? Yep, we got you what you wanted with all the bells and whistles.
A brand new car?
Let's go check it out. Come on. We're here.
Oh my gosh, we're going to the garage. I got a car.
Yep, let's get in here. Let me show you what's going on.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Duggar, got your 18 SEER heat pump with your ultraviolet home treatment system.
I cannot believe it. Thank you.
Yes!
Give the gift of clean air this year. Merry Christmas from the Busy Bee family.
This holiday season, the largest lantern festival in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. Experience more than 1,000 all-new, handcrafted lanterns, towering creatures, magical worlds, and a North Pole village. At the center of it all, the Smashville Ice Rink. Welcome back to Zoolumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
Nashville's Nutcracker returns to TPAC this December, presented by Nashville Ballet. This holiday season, audiences will journey with Clara and the Nutcracker Prince through Nashville's history and the land of sweets. Tickets at NashvilleBallet.com. He shoots, and he scores!
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. As mentioned at the top of the show, we are at one special spot here in Spring Hill. It is the Well Outreach to share with us all the work being done here, new programs that may be in place, and what the future holds. We have the CEO of the Well Outreach. We have Shelly Sasson. Thank you so much, Shelly, for your time, for welcoming us in here, because it is busy out there.
We have a lot going on here today, and thank you for this opportunity. Yes.
So walk us through. So this started in a church in 2006. But the need has been so great. You're now at this building that you're in now. Am I correct?
Yes, well, yeah, we started at a local church. It was when the city of Spring Hill had about 11,000 people back in 2006. And as the needs of the community grew, so did the needs of the well, or the families coming to the well. And so 3 years later, we became a freestanding 501c3 nonprofit. Fast forward to today, instead of serving 200 families a month as we were back then through our food pantries, we're now serving 2,000 families through our food pantry. And we've opened a second food pantry in Mount Pleasant, Tennessee.
Wow. You've been with the Well Outreach now for how long yourself?
Gosh, just a little bit over 5 years ago. I actually started off, I was the first full-time employee of the Well. We were mostly run by volunteers, but we knew that we had to make some changes. And part of that was just casting a vision for the Well in response to the need of our community. And so we started dreaming about doing more work, stepping out in faith, and God placed us in this building. We went from a 1,500 square foot building to the 7,000 square foot building. And the ironic but also beautiful thing was that when we moved into this building, it was the week of COVID. And so we felt like this is why we were moved to be here. And so during that first year of COVID, we doubled in the number of families that we served. And since then, we've grown 1,000%.
Before we get to programs offered here and what they're doing, as well as how it works for families who do come into the Well Outreach to get the foods that they need, what is it like to see that number continue to grow of those who need the services that are offered here? Because that's got to be challenging. That's got to be hard.
It's wonderful in that we can meet that need, although we're starting to struggle because it's gone up 1,000% in 5 years. But it's also very difficult when you feel like you've conquered something, you've been able to meet a need, and the need continues to grow. That can be difficult with the population growth, with coming off of COVID, with the high cost of living and food, groceries, and rent. It's been much more difficult to meet the need.
You guys do something a little different than I've seen at other food locations for families. You don't just put together a box and hand it over. They get to have that shopping experience.
Yes, we're really proud of that. It's called an open shop client choice model, and it's set up to look and feel like a grocery store. Everything the Well does is to offer honor and dignity. And if you needed to go to a food ministry, it's a very humbling experience, and there's a lot of brokenness associated with it. And so what we do is we try to offset that. So when guests come in, they're pleasantly surprised that we offer them a cup of coffee in our cafe, or they come to shop for their food and they get to pick their own food. So as a guest goes through the pantry, they literally get to pick the food that's going to help their family the most.
How did that idea come to be?
That was something the Well has always done, but we had never set it up like a grocery store. So it was set up like shelves. And so when we moved to this building, I used to actually own retail stores. And so it just helped us to take the culmination of the mission with a way to do it and to set it up so it looks and feels like a grocery store. And of course, we partner with a lot of grocery stores to do this work too.
That is wonderful that they're helping with that and they're giving you guys food that you so desperately need here. What about the programs that you offer, like the backpack program?
Yes, we offer 4 main programs. The first one is the food pantry, like we talked about, 2 facilities, 2,000 families a month. The second is our jetpack program, and that's a student feeding program where students who would normally get breakfast and lunch at school, when they go home over the weekend, there's no food in their pantry. And of course, you and I can advocate for ourselves, for adults, but children don't have that luxury. And so the jetpack program is 4 light meals and 2 snacks. Costs $5.50 to feed a student for the weekend. And right now the Well is supporting 30 Williamson and Murray County schools and 1,400 students, I always have to say that twice, 1,400 students every weekend with a jetpack bag of food.
Do you think do we realize the need that the students have in our area schools? This is outside of Spring Hill. I know of another program doing this in Murray, making sure that kids have food. Do we realize the need?
I think that some people, realize the need in the very obvious areas, but I'm here to tell you that the Well is feeding students probably at any of our neighbors' children's schools. At every single school, there's families going through a time of crisis, because it's not just a socioeconomic thing. Sometimes it's just a family recovering from an illness or a job loss. And so that doesn't look like a certain geography or a neighborhood. And so there's always families in crisis, and there are children in every school.
I'm going to ask you how we can help what you do here at the Well Outreach, but what other programs? So you had said 4 pillars?
2 other programs, yes. The third one is a mobile food giveaway. We do those 15 times a year. We go take a semi-truck full of food. It has 25,000 pounds of food. We partner with Second Harvest Food Bank, and we go into a community and set up a drive-through distribution. And that allows families that can't always get to us, people who need an extra visit a month, to come and get food. The beautiful thing about that is every time we do that, we bring about 100 volunteers with us. It's a great serving opportunity from like 5-year-olds up to 85-year-olds. The sad thing about that is when we set up those mobile food giveaways, quite often we have families who are waiting 4 and 5 hours for food.
Wow.
Which we don't even think that, much in advance for our lunch, but to be thinking, 4 or 5 hours. And then the last program that we do is in partnership with a program called the Our Chance program. And that's a program, I always say, for years and years we've been giving people fish, but this program allows us to teach people to fish. And so what it is, it's a program to move families out of poverty, families who are on government benefits, as they try to navigate off of those government benefits and get a better paying job. A lot of times they fall into something called the benefits cliff. And so they get a better paying job, but then they lose that government benefit. So we're here to help navigate over the benefits cliff. We partner with 32 organizations across Middle Tennessee and 9 counties, and it's all of us coming in together to do that work. In Murray County specifically, we're working with 75 local families, trying to move them up and over the benefits cliff into a better way of life, so they won't need the well.
What do you hear from these families as you're working with them?
Gosh, we did a focus group trying to set up for that, to understand the needs, why families aren't moving out of poverty. And the 2 major things that we found was there's just not the same resources with families experiencing this. A lot of times they live in a geographical neighborhood where everybody has the same level of education. They work at the same jobs. They have the same resources. And so what we found is that families who are struggling need access to better resources. It might be additional education, or it might be learning how to do a computer, things like that. And then the second thing we found is that families just don't have hope. So this program, we walk alongside with family coaching. It's a support system. We give them access to transportation, housing, childcare, education, and employment. There's a couple of things. And so it's a support system, and we have seen some really great success stories.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful to hear. How can we help an organization like the Well Outreach? Again, you guys are here in Spring Hill, but people are seeing this from all different areas.
Yes.
If there's something similar in their area, how can we best help you all do what you're doing?
Well, thank you. Thank you for asking. First of all, it takes a community to do this work. We have a saying, it takes a community to feed a community, and we don't want to solve our community's challenges. We want to bring the community in together. And so coming in and supporting an organization like the Well through food support, through volunteering, by getting the story of the Well and other organizations out. That's the best way you can give us support. Financial gifts are also really important, and you'll hear that everywhere. But specifically with the Well, for every $1 of food that we use to buy food, we raise $4 of free food. And so if you were to give me $1, I could buy about 3 times as much food as if you yourself went to the grocery store.
Okay, did not realize that. Yeah. Excuse me. Then how can we connect with you? How do, if there's someone out there that needs your help, or if there's another organization saying, hey, we like how they're doing things there, we'd like to maybe mimic that or repeat that where we are, how did we reach out to you?
Well, thank you. And we do work with other food ministries actually who have come to us and said, show us about the way you're doing things. And so we do have a mentorship program if anyone's interested in that. We also offer walk-up tours every Wednesday at 2:30 at either our Spring Hill campus or our Mount Pleasant campus. That's good for volunteers, businesses, organizations who want to become involved. And then to serve our community and our guests, you can come to one of our food pantries. We're open Monday through Friday at 9:30 to 2, or you can go to our website at thewelloutreach.org.
Wonderful. Thank you, Shelley, so much for all of this information that you've given. Any final thoughts from you as we move forward into a new year?
Yeah, just our numbers are huge. Last year we were serving about 1,200 families a month, and right now we're serving 2,200 families a month. And we really need our community's support so we don't have to turn people away.
Well, this is that organization for you to support here in the Spring Hill area. Shelley Sasson, thank you so much, CEO of the Well Outreach here in Spring Hill. Thank you for welcoming us in. Thank you for showing us how it works and sharing your 4 pillars, your programs that you have here. We very much appreciate all that you do.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Anytime. Stick with us here at Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 123-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit nashville.lionel.com or call 615-455-9399.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
So, you want to be a part of the Busy Bee team, huh? Well, how do you see yourself fitting into the organization? Oh, I get it. You want to be a weather bee.
Welcome back. If you're interested in volunteer opportunities, you will find all the information you need at thewelloutreach.org. Thanks so much for joining us on this Monday. Have a wonderful rest of the day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.